Hello, everybody, and welcome to Star Sonata 2. That's right, we're exploring a new game today. Star Sonata 2 is sort of like an RPG style game, but in space. So basically, every 4 months, the universe resets and it becomes a scramble to see who can assemble the Emperor's crown first and become Emperor of the Universe. But before that happens, you have to go through countless hours of leveling up, joining teams, warring with neighboring teams, selling and buying items in shops, exploring dungeons, and countless more ways to progress yourself. Obviously, your progress doesn't reset every time the universe does, because with how far you can progress, it would be impossible for any one person or even team of people to explore everything. But before this video starts, I'd like to say that this video was so long that I split it in half. So what you're about to watch is the first part, which explains the game. And after this, I highly recommend that you check out the second part, which is, in my opinion, more interesting, as it is based on actual gameplay. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I've done the tutorial, and now I'm currently docked in a station. And yeah, the tutorial was incredibly boring. It was just incredibly basic stuff that I can show you guys. And so yeah, I'm currently docked in the Cadet Academy station in Cadet Academy, and I'll explain everything that's happening on screen later. But for now, let's just focus on the task at hand, which is doing this mission. And technically, I'm still in the tutorial. I just skipped over to the basic instructions, you know, like how to move, how to attack, how to do stuff like that. But yeah, so this is like an orientation kind of to get me comfortable with the game, since I am a new player. But anyway, this is the first mission that is instructing us to take, so let's take it. Okay. Summary. Locate the Alpha. Oh, that's a good looking guy. Actually, never mind, he's terrifying. Look at that. That is one creepy smile. Okay. Anyway, locate the Alpha training area to the east and destroy a target dummy Mark 1 and return to the station afterwards. Devon Pier, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it like that. Devon Pier signs as you walk into his pigsty of an office. Oh, so this is like a story, in a story format. You look like the usual inaccurate shooter that Earth Force picks up out of the booty end of the universe. Devon Pier sits down. He seems very informal compared to most Earth Force officers. Kig? Sig? Oh, Sig, like a cigarette. Okay, that makes sense. Sig, he says, offering you a small metal tube. You politely decline. Oh well, we can't be all perfect, can we? Anyway, where was I? Ah, yeah, the mystery pencil. I am Devon Pier, and I run the drone training program around here. Your first exercise from me will be to kill some very sloppily made drones. These are actually programmed by those engineering cadets. Knowing that they're complete morons, you should do pretty well. Dang, alright. Oh, and by the way, you're not the only one here training. Don't be an egghead and attack the others practicing. Too much paperwork to deal with. And it gives me some credits and XP. That's cool. I'll accept the mission. Undock. Okay, so in order to move around, you have to hold W. And since there is no friction in space, here I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see my ship better. So this is my ship, this is my player, and this is the this is what I'm going to be moving around in. So yeah, since there's no friction in space, anytime you holding forward just activates the engine thrusters, and you can let go, and this up here is your speed. So this will be the same even if you let go of W, which is pretty nifty, but it's a little bit hard to get used to in the beginning. You cannot move backwards. If you hold S, then that just slows you down to a stop. So holding W, let go of W, and holding S. In order to turn, you do A and D. Oh, and also all of these are correspondent with the arrow keys, so I'm doing the same things with the arrow keys now. I just prefer the WASD keys. It's just more comfortable for me. But if any of you think about playing Star Sonata, then the keys are also an option. So yeah, like I said, the movement takes a minute to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's pretty easy to maneuver. It actually makes it easier for space travel. And also, in order to attack, you press W. Whoa. Okay. that was like a help bot thing. Yeah, looks like I'm supposed to be locked onto something when I shoot. But in order to shoot, you press W. W? What? No, spacebar. And up here, let's talk about these for a moment. So this up here, this blue bar right here is your health or shield, and I have 374 shield points. So if I get a hit by a weapon that does 50 attack damage, then it will take 50 shields, 50 shield points away. Right below that is energy. Pretty much everything uses energy. Your weapon uses energy. If I were to fire, then you see this one down a bit. Yep. Oh man, it's going down pretty fast. And right here is the weapon that I have equipped, and you can change that using E, but I only have one weapon, so it only shows one, and I cannot equip any others. Right here is your level. I'm level pathetic. This is your how many credits you have, your hull space, and any item in the game takes up hull space. So having a good amount of hull space is extremely important. And 75, just by the way, is extremely low. And this is 27 out of 75, so I'm using 27 out of 75 hull space. This, as I said earlier, is your current speed. And this, I actually don't know what it is. If I hover over it, I'm sure it'll tell me. Oh, so this is all your equipment. Over time, when you use things, they will start taking damage, and you will have to repair them. So this is an indicator for how well in shape your equipment is. Over here, like I said earlier, this was your level. The number on the left is your level, and the number on the right is how far along you are to getting to the next level. So I'm level 0 and 0% of the way to the next level. So anyway, I think that's enough explaining. Let's get fighting. What does this say? If you are killed, wait until your ship turns from blue to yellow. You can then, what does that say? Re-enter it by pressing R and confirming the on-screen prompt. Okay, that's good to know. So yeah, when you're killed, your ship sort of enters a stasis, and you have to wait until your shields go all the way back up. And yeah, then once your ship is ready to leave stasis, you hover over it and press R. Then it will ask you if you want to reclaim the ship in its current spot or tow it to a towing station, which are things that exist in galaxies. But anyway, that is enough of me talking. Let's get to fighting. So it has instructed me to kill this drone, and it is targeted, and I can see that it's targeted in this menu up here, and it gives a bunch of information about it. Target dummy Mark 1 tells you its distance, what ship it is, its hull class, what level it is, and if it's an AI ship or a person ship. So anyway, let's go. Oh, he's gonna shoot back. Oh wow, that was pretty easy. Alright, great work eliminating that target dummy Mark 1. Return back. Oh, just left right in the middle of the conversation. That was very rude. Okay. Oh, more reading. Well, you're pretty under-equipped, even by civilian standards. You should at least upgrade to a better energy bank. That will allow you to attack targets continuously without slowing down your rate of fire so much. I recommend buying the Cadet Energy Bank from this station. Devin Pierre walks over to the window and watches as a small ship crashes into the training dummy. Oh my god. Did you see the size of that explosion? He exclaims as he turns towards you. Scroll wheel, excuse me. There we go. I should rig a camera from here. I can make a fortune selling videos on the HoloNets. So why are you here anyway? He asks. Right, you should buy a cadet energy bank. You'll find a trade-based section in the station with it. Accept. Okay, so anytime you dock in a station, it's going to have all these tabs up here. With the general, you can look at missions and people putting sort of like bulletin board type things. So this is like a bulletin board, and people can put in advertisements for their for whatever they're doing. As far as I know, I don't really know for sure, but anyway, so this particular station has 5 tabs: the general tab, trade tab, skills tab, ships tab, and towing tab. So towing, this is apparently also doubles as a towing station. Here, I'm gonna click on trade to. Nope, arrow still didn't go away. Okay. Here, I'm going to do this real quick so that arrow will get out of my face. Bye. Oh boy. Before you can equip new cadet energy, you need to train. Oh. Okay, so yeah, this is actually what I was about to explain. Yeah, so you have many different skills, and you have to have a certain skill you have to have a certain skill in order to obtain certain objects. So I just tried to buy the cadet energy bank, and I could not because I did not have skill electrical engineering 1. And you need everything has a tech level, and this has tech level 0, so I don't know why I need to have a tech level 1 in order to equip it. I guess I need to have a tech level 1 to equip anything, but yeah, electrical engineering is for all energy banks of different tech levels. And yeah, so you upgrade your skills in the skills menu, and you have skill points, and you get more skill points every time you level up. And by killing the drone over here, you can see I've leveled up. So now I'm level 1. Well, at least I'm not pathetic, now I'm poor. So anyway, in order to train a skill, you select the skill, and this is just some general information. Use energy generators of a given level, 5 energy charge. I don't know what that means. Cost per level, 3 plus 1 level. So yeah, this the cost per level is 3, and then plus whatever level it is. So you can see here that the cost is 4, and the level is 1. So 3 plus 1 equals 4. Anyway, let's acquire the skill. No, that's brutal. So yeah, the way that it works in the story is that you apparently get into one of these pod things, and they hook up wires to your brain, and they zap the skill into you. So yeah, it doesn't sound fun, but it works. Anyway, let's buy the cadet energy bank. Yoink. Alright, and in order, it's still been over the skills menu. Wonder why. But anyway, in order to equip it, you have to go into your inventory, and this is my inventory. And you can access your inventory either by going into the ships tab, which shows all of the ships that you possess that is currently docked in the station. And you can also access your inventory by right-clicking on this, and it will give you different options. And open inventory is one of those options. So, or you can just press I. So anyway, and there are different tabs up here to better organize your inventory. But I'm going to look under unequipped. Unequipped. Oh, cadet energy or cadet energy bank? I don't know. Here, let's cadet energy bank. Okay. So that was the one that I bought, and as you can see, that upgraded my energy. So before I had about 1,000. Now I have 1,500. And yeah, so this is plus 95. This means that my energy regenerates at 95 energy per second. But this is 129 per second. And same goes for the shields. So I regenerate 50 shield points per second. Anyway, it's still pointing at the skills. Did I do something wrong? I think I did. Oh, I'm supposed. Wait, what? Oh, I need to equip cadet energy. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so now this is telling me just how to accept missions. It looks like. Yeah. Okay. So it is now telling me to take this mission. It looks like. So I will. Alright, summary. Accept this mission and undock for a quick demonstration of super items. Your ship comes equipped with several super items. If you accept this mission, we'll quickly go over them when you undock. Does it have a reward? No, it doesn't. Alright, so since it doesn't have a reward, I can explain them. Super items are items that come with the ship and cannot be unequipped, but they are powerful. They're incredibly, well, not incredibly powerful, but yeah. So this is the mini mass driver device, and up here this is just these are hotkeys basically. So if I hit 1, then it will activate this, and if I hit 2, then it will activate this. But anyway, the mini mass driver device is a common super weapon. Fires, and this is the description right here. Fires a barrage of magnetically accelerated projectiles at your target. It's pretty good. Alright, damage, and this is just general stats, so it does 480 damage. I guess this is damage per energy. I've never seen DPE before. Yeah, range, charge time, charging rate, all that stuff. And this is shield salvation, which, as it says here, it increases shield regen, and its description is that it quickly gains plus 480 shields. So, as in there's more general information about it. Alright, so I do not need this one. What about this? Alright, summary. Locate the Bravo training area to the northwest and destroy a target dummy Mark II and return to the station afterwards. Well, I'll admit, you're probably better than most of the cadets I get here. Had one die this morning, actually. Oh, that's not good. Alright, he might have died to a souped up target dummy, but he has only himself to blame. I mean, how would I know he wasn't ready for live combat? Apparently I'm a bad teacher. As if. Devin Pierce's face twitches slightly. Anyway, your next target is the Mark II training dummy. These ones use a dangerous energy weapon. His gaze drifts towards the window as wreckage from another explosion drifts by. It should go without saying, you better try to avoid being hit. So yeah, good luck. All that jazz, break a leg. And it gives me 100,000 credits and 1,000 experience. Accept. Alright, well that's awesome. Okay, so is this the target dummy Mark II? It is. Alright, so let's start shooting. Oh man, I've traveled slowly. How much damage does this do? Hardly any. Alright, awesome. Let's go and get my reward. Alright, you got lucky, Devin Pure mutters as he rewinds his and re-watches the footage of your exercise. There's no way that you're that good of a pilot. No way. Well, I did just stay in one spot and hold down the space bar, but alright. Oh, so we got two options for missions. Moving on or combat practice Mark III. The combat practice has been relatively boring so far, so I'll try this one. Well, it hasn't really been boring, it's just been really easy. So anyway, travel to Earth Force Outpost. You can reach it by traveling through the cradle first. You can also stay in Cadet Academy for Devin Pure's final assessment before leaving. Well, I guess you can leave Cadet Academy for now. Your funeral if a space rat chews up your ship. But at least you might survive a bit longer after training with me. The eastern wormhole to Cradle will get you to the rest of the Nexus. I recommend heading to the Earth Force Outpost first. If you want some more combat training, I've got one last assignment I can give you. Don't underestimate how much you can learn from me. If I wasn't valuable to Earth Force, I'd probably be fighting on the front lines against those aliens instead of being safe in a safe backwater. Reward, Nexus expansion. Okay. Oh yeah, and also your in-progress missions are shown over here. So, and it gives you some general information about the mission. like what you need to do and the description for it. So I think just in case I'm going to do the Combat Practice Mark III. Okay, locate the Charlie training area to the northeast. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Hey, you're back in my office again, Devin. Oh. You're back in my office again? Devin complains in an apathetic voice. You know, this is the final assessment I have, right? With any luck, you'll die out there, and I'll get some excellent footage, he adds, pointing at the camera he positioned near the window. So this time, you're going up against a Mark III training dummies. I programmed these drones myself, so they'll be way beyond your abilities. My Mark III beauties will gun you down like space trash. Then his eyes cross and he frowns, mumbling, unless you actually have learned something from all this. Wow. So credits given 100,000, experience given 1,000, and reward Enforcer Scout Augmenter. Okay. So you can also get rewards besides credits and XP, such as an Enforcer Scout Augmenter. So anyway, I'll accept that. And I'm going to start talking about augmenters now. Augmenters are a crucial part of Star Sonata, and really, if you don't have any augmenters, then you don't know how to play the game, pretty much. So, here, I can't speak and do this at the same time. So, basically, if you don't have... Augmenters are complete game changers. An augmenter can be the difference between... Like, if I had a high-quality augmenter, then I could have all my energy up here regenerate like that, just nearly instantaneously. And I would have an energy bank of a lot more than that. Same with energy, and yeah, they're all different kinds of augmenters. There's energy augmenters that increase your energy. Shield augmenters that increase your shields. Damage augmenters that increase your damage. Speed augmenters, tracking augmenters. They're augmenters that boost a certain stat and debuff another stat. But yeah, anyway, you'll find on as we continue with this series that augmenters are very important, and there are a lot of them for many different kinds of things. So anyway, well, shoot, I didn't expect that at all. And even if you didn't die, the camera picked up some excellent shots of the engagement. Devin is continuously replaying the footage with his eyes glued to the screen. Anyway, you passed the training. Congrats. Pat yourself on the back. You know the drill. Alright. I suppose it's time to move on, as this mission states. Oops. So, travel to Earth Force Outpost. You can reach it by traveling through the cradle first. You can also stay in Cadet Academy for Devin Pierce's final assignment before leaving. Alright. So... yeah, no. So there's a cradle. Oh yeah, and also you can autopilot. So using WASD is not the only way to move. You can, if you right-click in space, and it will autopilot to that destination. And it will do the fastest and most efficient way possible. And you can also autopilot to different galaxies, and you can autopilot to dock-in stations. So anyway, I'm going to travel to Cradle, and you travel by pressing F over a wormhole. So you can control the camera zoom level by... Oh yeah, no. I know that. Yeah, these are kind of annoying. This is just stuff for the upper players. You can pause that and read it if you want, but it really doesn't apply to our situation right now. So, Earth Force Outpost Introduction. Oh, never mind. I thought this lit up as I hovered over it like it was a GUI. Okay, zoom in a bit. Recommended starting area. Hunt down space rats and collect their loot drops. And what's this? Pyroclase? Something like that. Pyroclase introduction. Learn how to mine asteroids while fighting off Volcom pirates. Alright, which one should we do first? More fighting or mining? Let's see. Fighting rats is actually kind of fun. It's nothing like fighting the drones that we just fought. Let's see. Here, real quickly, I'm going to explain the galaxies. Oops. Okay. So this is the Nexus. This is a dimension. This is a dimension in among many dimensions in the Sonata universe. So anyway, down here it shows you what dimension you're in. I'm in the Nexus dimension. It also says that up here, Nexus. And below that, what galaxy you are in. And so I'm in the Earth Force Outpost galaxy. And if I were to look on this map right here, if I can find it, right there, Earth Force Outpost. So that is where I am right now. And all these green circles are different galaxies, and you travel to galaxies via wormholes. So yeah, this is Gate to the Nexus, which is the next galaxy over. Cadet Academy, Refuse and Waste. I don't see where that one is, but yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much the navigation, and there are different dimensions as well, like I said. So this is the Nexus dimension. It's basically a beginner area for new players, and there are different layers. So up here it says move up a layer and move down a layer. So if you go down, then you can go to the subspace dimension, which is a place for the very top level people to go. Yeah, this is like super dangerous. Like if we went there, we would get kills nearly instantaneously. So back to the Nexus, and up here is Earth Force. This is the main galaxy where the vast majority of players play. We're going to be moving on to Earth Force very soon. But above that is Wild Space, and Wild Space is also another very high level area, and it's incredibly difficult to get to. Above that is Perilous Space, even harder to get to and even more dangerous. And above that is the Calthy Depths. The Calthy Depths is like so endgame. It's so endgame. We probably won't see the Calthy Depths in this series, or at least I highly doubt it. But the main difference between each dimension is its difficulty and what drops it has. So, for example, in the Nexus, you can only get very low-level drops, and by drops I mean like drops from enemies. And enemies can drop augmenters and things to enhance your ship and all crazy stuff. But yeah, Nexus is pretty bad augmenters. Earth Force, depending on where you go, like all the way out here in this purple area, is relatively high-end stuff. In this red area is like mid-tier, blue area is low-tier, and green is like anybody could do it pretty much. But yeah, that's pretty much the galaxies explained. Alright, mission status icons. Let's zoom in a bit. Mission available. Oh, so this is this is just the mission status icons, exactly like it says. So yeah, mission available is this little eye, and as you can see, it has an eye right here. So there's a mission available in here. Mission progress is this symbol, looks like internet kind of. So that would appear there if there's a mission progress and mission complete. There is this arrow, which would also be in place of that. So space rats can be found through this wormhole leading to the refuse and waste system. Okay. What's this? Gate to the Nexus. Okay. So the Nexus is, well, the difference between the Nexus and Nexus is a little bit confusing to explain. The Nexus is a galaxy within Nexus. The Nexus is the center of Nexus, pretty much. Yeah, it's really hard to get or it's really easy, I mean, to get confused, and it's and they're a bit interchangeable. But if I ever say the Nexus, then I'm talking about this. If I ever say Nexus, then I'm talking about the dimension. And if I accidentally say the Nexus, then please don't get too mad at me when I'm referring to the dimension. So anyway, let's follow the space rats. Alright. Oh yeah, and sometimes they can have really clever names. I don't know how exactly it happens, but people who like higher end people can choose names for all the AI ships, and yeah, sometimes they can be really funny and witty. So I'm gonna attack hungry rats over here. Oh god. Whoa, 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 nope, 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 nope. Well, that rat took me down half health nearly instantly. I think I'm gonna move on. And how on earth did my speed get doubled? I would like to know. Like, did you see that? As soon as the queen rat attacked me, my speed went way up. And it doesn't matter. Okay, so I think that was the queen rat, and this is a giant rat. So I'm going to start with just a regular space rat. Here we go. Oh, my speed is back to normal. Okay. And that might be a bit zoomed too far out. Let me zoom in a bit. Alright. Crawling on by. Okay. Oh, those noises are terrifying. Now I gotta aim. Oh no! No! Aww. Dang it. The queen rat got me. So yeah, this is actually a good example. When you die, your ship. Let me zoom in on that real quick. Your ship becomes this spirit ship, and yeah, this is explaining what happens when you die, pretty much. So yeah, this is my ship, and it, as you can see, it has entered stasis, and it's already yellow. Actually, it usually doesn't become yellow that fast, but basically when it's yellow, it's ready to leave stasis. When it's blue, it is in stasis. But yeah, once it turns yellow, you can go to your ship, press R, and you have an option to reclaim ship here or tow ship to Earth Force Outpost. I want to reclaim the ship here, and voila, just like that, I'm back in my ship. And when you die, all of your credits are spread out, so you need to gather all those back up. Okay, so another feature of the game is a scoop. When you press C when you're hovering over debris, and debris is the same thing as drops. Oh, it's so hard to control this. Yeah, when you press C over it, it will pick it up, and you can see it in your inventory. And like I said earlier, everything uses space. So when I picked both of those up, my space increased. Well, it didn't increase, but the amount of stuff that I was holding increased. So anyway, I don't think there's really any point in being here. Wait, no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is a. Pretty sure there is a mission that involves us coming here and killing a bunch of snails. What are they called? Space rats, right? Don't know why I said snails. They look nothing like snails. So yeah, there's a mission available here. Let's check that out. I just got out of the Cadet Academy. Well, plenty of people around needing help. Might be a good way to earn some credits and combat experience. Oh yes, so this is all of the available missions here, and you can see that some of these missions are locked, so that means I'm not a high enough level to do these missions, or to accept them rather. And like I said earlier, there's a mission here called Rat Attack, and I can't assume that is the massacring of the rats, but anyway, let's look at the trade, because I need to get a better shield if I want to continue. And this is basically what you do in the game. You get better stuff so that you can do missions, so you can get better stuff so you can do better missions, and you can become part of teams, and yeah, I've said all this before. But yeah, let's find the shield. Okay, so this provides 610 protection, so that's double what I have, and regenerates 15 per second. Yeah, compared to that 50 that I have right there, that's not very good. Yeah, I'll consider it, because double what I have is pretty good. Range of 40 19. Nope, that's just all around worse. Protection is 510 12 seconds. What was this again? 15. Okay, well, I would just get the Foundry if I were to do that. Arcadian Shield, protection 1000, but regeneration is 8 seconds. Okay, I guess I'll do the Foundry here. Right, let's do unequipped. What's this Enforcer Scout Augmenter? Shield recovery. Here, whoops. Nope. There we go. Let's bring this up here. Improves shield recovery by 20%, energy charge by 22%, thrust by 20%, and turning by 20%. Wow. So yeah, this is an example of why you need thrusters. This is going to make a big difference. So I'm going to equip this. And by the way, augmenters cannot be unequipped, but they can be destroyed. So you can, yeah, if you find a really good augmenter, then you're going to want to save that until you get a really good ship, because otherwise the only way to unequip augmenters is with missions, and those missions are not repeatable. So you really want to save as many of those as possible. Anyway, yes. And that is going to increase my stuff. So that's cool. Anyway, let's get the Foundry. Awesome. Oh, it's plus 69. Okay, so I guess that augmenter did me some good with, okay. Because, yeah, the augmenter probably increased how much my shields go up by, so... Anyway, I'm slightly better equipped to go back there. And in your inventory, you can also look at the stats of all of your items. So, I have my Ion P shooter as my weapon. I definitely want to change that. And this does 72 damage per second. Let's bring this up. It's kind of annoying being down there. Let's bring this down as well. Oops. Recoil is 1 second. Damage is 72 per second. That's not good. Range is 270. Also not good. Turning is not good. Yes, this is just not a good weapon. So you can pull up the stats of these weapons and compare it to other weapons. So, oops. Alright, so then you can put them next to each other and see the stats. So this only does 26 damage, but it has 65 damage per second, so the recoil is only 0.4 seconds. Unfortunately, 65 damage per second is still lower than 72 damage per second, so I don't know, not looking good. Tracking. Oh, whoops, I was confusing turning with tracking. You would definitely want tracking. Tracking is very good. Tracking means if you just barely miss a target, then it will correct itself. I don't know what turning is, actually. Yeah, I'm going to have to try and figure that out. So this uses only half as much electricity, but electricity isn't really a problem for me right now. So, yeah, let's not do the light laser. Let's see here, Arcadian laser. This does 119 damage per second. That's a lot better than 72 damage per second. Recoils 1.4 seconds. That doesn't really matter when you have 119 damage per second. Range is 260. Ooh, that's not good. But, I mean, at the same time, 119 damage per second, you know? It's a substantial improvement. So, tracking is 45 degrees. So, yeah, this is... Oh, and also, there are different types of weapons. So, you can see these symbols up here. This is an energy weapon, I think. We'll say down here. Damage type energy. Yeah, so this is an energy weapon, and this is a laser weapon. So, the difference is that ships can have different resists to different weapons, or different types of damage, and like one could be susceptible to energy, but strong against laser, and in that case, I might want to use the Ion P shooter, but yeah, it also affects the way that each weapon fires. So an Ion P shooter would like fire bullets, kind of. because it's an energy damage type, but a laser is a laser. It would go zap from your ship, from wherever your ship's weapons are stored to the target. So, anyway, yeah, I'm liking the look of the Arcadian laser. Oh, I don't care about visibility right now. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy the Arcadian laser for 10,000 credits. And all these are the stats of it, so all these are tech 0, and I have a tech 0 weapons skill, so that means that I can only get tech 0 weapons, as I've explained before. And the size is how much hull space it takes up. Ooh, I'm filling up. Oh, and it looks like the augmenter that I put on earlier increased my hull space, so instead of having 75, now I have 95. So that's pretty good. This is the price of it, and this is how much you can sell it for to an AI shop, to an AI station. And this is an AI station. There's a difference. There's AI stations and person stations. AI stations are stations that are pre-generated, and person stations are things that people can set up wherever they wish. So yeah. Typically, or not typically, this is just a rule that any item that you buy will sell for half as much if you sell it at an AI station, but it might be worth more at a person station because they will be willing to buy it for more.